We are all creatures of thought, living in a world that ceaselessly stirs our minds. The ability to think, to reason, and to create solutions to our problems is one of humanity's most potent gifts. But like every good thing, too much of it can become burdensome. Overthinking, or the act of persistently replaying situations and worries in our minds, can become an uncomfortable whirlwind that fuels stress and anxiety. We've all been there, staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., trapped in a labyrinth of what-ifs and should-haves, feeling paralyzed by the complexity of our own thoughts. If you find yourself reading these lines, know that you're not alone. Overthinking is a common struggle, an unintended byproduct of our complex lives. This book is a guide to help you reclaim control over your mind and to stop the whirlwind of thoughts that can lead to stress and anxiety. This book is a beacon of light to guide you out of the labyrinth of your thoughts and onto a path of tranquility and self-understanding. We begin by unpacking the mechanics of overthinking, exploring its causes and effects, and revealing how it intertwines with stress and anxiety. By understanding the root of the issue, we set the foundation to address it effectively. We then progress through 22 practical techniques designed to disrupt the cycle of overthinking and to foster relaxation, mental clarity, and emotional balance. Each of these techniques is supported by scientific research, drawn from a myriad of disciplines including psychology, neuroscience, mindfulness, and wellness. From deep breathing techniques to cognitive restructuring, from yoga to journaling, each chapter offers a new tool to help soothe your mind and nurture a sense of peace and tranquility. You'll discover the role of a healthy diet and regular exercise in managing anxiety, the power of sleep in alleviating overthinking, and the magic of mindfulness in quieting the mind. This book also acknowledges the importance of professional help when needed, discussing options for therapy and medication. It presents a holistic approach, emphasizing the integration of body, mind, and spirit to combat overthinking and its resulting stress and anxiety. Perhaps most importantly, this book emphasizes that there is no one-size-fits-all approach. Each of us is unique, with our own triggers, responses, and ways of understanding the world. Therefore, what works for one person might not work for another. The 22 techniques included in this book provide a comprehensive toolbox, allowing you to experiment, learn, and adapt these tools to fit your unique needs and lifestyle. Ultimately, the process to stop overthinking is about cultivating a greater sense of self-awareness, understanding your thought patterns, and building resilience in the face of life's uncertainties. It's about making peace with your mind and fostering a healthier relationship with your thoughts. Through the pages of this book, you will be equipped with strategies not just for short-term relief, but for developing a lifelong resilience to overthinking, stress, and anxiety. As you commence this process, remember this: overcoming overthinking is not about eliminating thoughts, but about learning to navigate them skillfully. It's about breaking free from the chains of relentless worry and stepping into a life of clarity, balance, and peace. It's about transforming your mind into an ally rather than a foe. It's about reclaiming control and learning to stop overthinking once and for all. Chapter 1. The Root of Overthinking. Understanding Your Mind. Overthinking can be thought of as the brain's overdrive button, frequently pressing it only to result in excessive worry, rumination, and ultimately stress and anxiety. But why does this happen? How do our minds, which are remarkable in their capacity to think, solve problems, and create, end up stuck in this cycle of overthinking? Understanding the root of overthinking is the first step in overcoming it. The human brain, often described as the most complex object in the known universe, is the primary driving force behind our thoughts and emotions. It's a fantastic, interconnected network of about 100 billion neurons, all communicating and working together to shape our experience of reality. This neurological symphony enables us to process information, make decisions, and form memories, laying the groundwork for our unique identities. Yet sometimes, this vast network of neurons can get stuck in certain patterns, leading us down a path of persistent and unnecessary worry. This is the phenomenon we know as overthinking. Overthinking happens when our brain gets caught in a loop, obsessively replaying thoughts, second-guessing decisions, or worrying about the future. And while a certain level of thinking is necessary to navigate through life's challenges, overthinking is like a broken record, playing the same distressing tune over and over again. From an evolutionary perspective, our minds are designed for survival, primed to identify threats and take action to ensure our safety. This survival mechanism gave our ancestors an edge in a world where physical dangers lurked around every corner. However, in our modern world, these hardwired responses can often be triggered inappropriately by stresses and worries that aren't life-threatening, but our brain treats them as if they were. Hence, we end up overthinking about deadlines, social situations, past conversations, or future uncertainties. Our thoughts are also heavily influenced by our beliefs, values, and past experiences. If we've encountered situations in the past that have made us feel insecure, inadequate, or anxious, our brains can use those experiences to predict future outcomes, even when it's not accurate or helpful to do so. This can lead to habitual patterns of overthinking. Moreover, overthinking can also be linked to certain personality traits. Individuals who score high on measures of neuroticism or perfectionism are more likely to fall into patterns of overthinking. Overthinkers often fear making mistakes, underperforming, or facing criticism, and their minds ruminate on all the potential scenarios where things could go wrong. The interplay of our brain's biology, our past experiences, and our personality traits create a complex web that leads to overthinking. However, the brain's neuroplasticity, its ability to form and reorganize synaptic connections, offers a glimmer of hope. Just as harmful patterns of thought can be learned, they can also be unlearned and replaced with healthier ones. Understanding these root causes of overthinking equips us with the awareness necessary to intervene in the cycle. In the following chapters, we will explore practical strategies and techniques to break free from the grip of overthinking. These techniques will engage your brain's neuroplasticity, guiding it to form new, healthier patterns of thought. Moreover, understanding the root of overthinking can foster self-compassion. Often, overthinkers may judge themselves harshly for their worrying thoughts, adding an extra layer of stress and self-criticism. However, realizing that overthinking is a result of complex neurological processes and not a personal failing can alleviate some of this self-criticism. It's not your fault that you overthink, but with the right tools and understanding, you can take steps to change. However, not all overthinking is created equal. There are primarily two types. Ruminative overthinking, where we replay past events, digging deep into the what-ifs and should-haves, and worry overthinking, which involves anticipating and catastrophizing about the future. Both types can wreak havoc on our mental well-being. Ruminative overthinking often centers around self-criticism and guilt. It has its roots in regret and can lead to feelings of depression. Ruminators might dissect a past event, an awkward interaction, a failed presentation, or a poor decision over and over again, reliving the discomfort and criticizing themselves for it. This type of overthinking can significantly distort our self-image, leading to low self-esteem and feelings of unworthiness. Worry overthinking, on the other hand, involves an excessive focus on future events. Worry-based overthinking revolves around fear and can be linked to anxiety disorders. This type of overthinking creates a state of mental unease or distress about future uncertainties. It's the sleepless night before a big meeting, the mounting tension before a challenging conversation, or the constant dread of something going wrong. Both types of overfeeling can feel like an endless loop of distressing thoughts, with one worry leading to another, like dominoes falling in a chain. They cloud our judgment, hijack our focus, and drain our energy. Yet it's important to understand that these thought patterns are not an inevitable part of who we are. They're habits that have been learned over time, and with the right tools and effort, they can be unlearned. Understanding your overthinking style is crucial, as it enables a more targeted approach to breaking the cycle. Techniques that work well for rumination may not work as effectively for worry, and vice versa. For instance, mindfulness-based strategies, which cultivate present moment awareness, can be particularly effective for those who tend to ruminate, helping them to disengage from the pull of the past. Conversely, cognitive behavioral strategies, which involve identifying and challenging irrational thoughts, can be powerful tools for those who worry excessively, helping them to break free from the spiral of future-focused fears. The interplay between our cognitive habits, our environment, and our brain's hardwiring creates the perfect storm for overthinking. Yet, amidst this complexity, there lies a powerful truth. You are not your thoughts. Overthinking can make us feel as though we're at the mercy of our minds, tossed around by a relentless tide of worry and rumination. However, our thoughts are not an unchangeable truth. They are fleeting mental events, influenced by a myriad of factors, and most importantly, they can be managed and modified. Overcoming thinking, therefore, involves developing a new relationship with our thoughts. Instead of being swept away by them or attempting to suppress them, which often backfires, making them even more persistent, we can learn to observe our thoughts with curiosity and without judgment. This shift in perspective, from being immersed in our thoughts to becoming an observer of them, can profoundly transform our relationship with overthinking. As we move through the subsequent chapters of this book, keep this understanding of your mind at the forefront. It will provide you with a valuable lens through which to view the techniques and strategies we'll explore. Your mind is incredibly complex, but it's also remarkably adaptable. With patience, persistence, and the right tools, you can break free from the shackles of overthinking and navigate towards a life of peace and clarity. Chapter 2. Unpacking the Impact. How Overthinking Fuels Stress and Anxiety. Overthinking is much more than a mere nuisance. When left unchecked, it can quickly snowball into a pervasive issue, stoking the flames of stress and anxiety. To effectively combat overthinking, it's important to understand how it influences these emotional states and the potential harm it can cause to our overall mental health and well-being. Stress is a natural response to perceived threats or challenging situations. When we perceive a threat, our body responds by releasing a surge of hormones, including adrenaline and cortisol, preparing us for a fight-or-flight reaction. This response is incredibly useful when facing immediate, tangible threats. It can give us the jolt we need to dodge a speeding car or meet a tight deadline. However, when this stress response is triggered by our own unending worries and ruminations, the hallmarks of overthinking, our bodies can remain in a state of heightened alertness. This chronic stress can be harmful to our health, impacting our sleep, digestion, cardiovascular health, and immune function. Anxiety, like stress, involves a response to a perceived threat. However, it tends to be more future-oriented, characterized by a sense of unease or dread about what's to come. Overthinking, especially worry-based overthinking, can exacerbate anxiety. The mental habit of creating, examining, and anticipating worst-case scenarios keeps our minds stuck in a future that's often scarier than reality. Over time, this can lead to anxiety disorders, which are characterized by excessive and persistent worry about everyday situations. In the context of overthinking, stress and anxiety become intertwined, creating a vicious cycle. The more we overthink, the more stressed and anxious we become, which in turn triggers more overthinking. This loop can be overwhelming, leaving us feeling stuck and out of control. The psychological consequences of overthinking are further amplified by the way it can bleed into all aspects of our lives. Overthinking can cause cognitive impairment, such as difficulty concentrating and decision-making paralysis. Overthinkers often struggle with indecisiveness, as they attempt to consider all possible outcomes and potential pitfalls. This mental fog can affect productivity and performance, both at work and in personal projects. On a social level, overthinking can hinder our relationships. Overthinkers might overanalyze social interactions, trying to decode every gesture or comment, which can lead to misunderstandings and unnecessary conflicts. The incessant worry about how we're perceived can also contribute to social anxiety, making social interactions feel draining and distressing. Moreover, overthinking can rob us of the joy of living in the present moment. The overthinker's mind is often elsewhere, trapped in past regrets or future worries, missing out on the beauty of now. This inability to stay present can lead to lower levels of life satisfaction and happiness. The impact of overthinking is far-reaching, touching every facet of our lives. But understanding this impact isn't meant to cause alarm. Instead, it's to highlight the importance and benefits of breaking the cycle of overthinking. By doing so, you're not only freeing yourself from a troubling mental habit, but also taking a significant step towards reducing stress, curbing anxiety, and improving your overall mental health. The subsequent chapters of this book will guide you on this path, equipping you with a toolkit of practical strategies to counter overthinking. Each technique is designed to help you disrupt the cycle of overthinking and cultivate a healthier relationship with your thoughts. Acknowledging the impact of overthinking on your life is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of self-awareness and the first step toward positive change. With this understanding, you can approach the strategies in the coming chapters with a sense of purpose, knowing that with each effort you make, you're working towards breaking free from a cycle that's causing you distress and moving towards a healthier, happier state of mind. In fact, the impact of overthinking reaches beyond the emotional and mental realms. There's a growing body of research showing the adverse physical health effects that chronic stress and anxiety, both fueled by overthinking, can have on our bodies. These physical effects can manifest in many ways, including headaches, muscle tension, fatigue, sleep disturbance, and digestive issues. Over time, chronic stress can contribute to more serious health conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes. It's a powerful reminder that our mental and physical health are intrinsically connected, and that managing our thoughts can have profound effects on our overall well-being. Overthinking can also lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms. People who struggle with overthinking might turn to substance abuse, overeating, or other harmful behaviors as a way to quiet their mind or distract themselves from their worries. These temporary escapes might provide momentary relief, but they do not address the root cause of the issue and can often exacerbate stress and anxiety in the long run. Additionally, overthinking can have a profound effect on our sense of self and our worldview. Persistent negative thoughts can distort our self-perception, leading to low self-esteem and feelings of inadequacy. The constant mental chatter can cloud our judgment, skewing our perspective of the world and reinforcing negative thought patterns. We might start to believe that our overblown fears and worries are accurate representations of reality, perpetuating a cycle of negativity and fear. On the flip side, reducing overthinking holds the potential to not only alleviate stress and anxiety, but to also foster greater peace, enhance our relationships, boost our productivity, and ultimately improve our quality of life. It enables us to be fully present and engaged in our lives, rather than being lost in a whirlwind of worries or regrets. At this point, it might feel overwhelming to consider the impact of overthinking on various aspects of your life. It might even feel like a daunting task to break free from its hold. Acknowledging the problem is the first crucial step towards solving it. And while overthinking is a powerful habit, it is still just that, a habit. And habits, with the right knowledge and tools, can be changed. The aim is not to completely eradicate all negative thinking. Instead, the goal is to prevent negative thoughts from spiraling out of control, and to cultivate a healthier, more balanced relationship with your thoughts. And while the transition may require patience and persistence, know that each step you take towards overcoming overthinking is a step towards greater peace, self-understanding, and mental well-being. Chapter 3. Mindfulness, Your Secret Weapon Against Overthinking. Overthinking, with its focus on the past or future, often pulls us away from the present moment. In contrast, mindfulness is all about focusing on the here and now. It's about fully immersing yourself in the current moment, accepting it without judgment. This makes mindfulness a powerful antidote to overthinking, and this chapter will explore the reasons why. At its core, mindfulness is a form of meditation that involves paying deliberate attention to your experiences in a non-judgmental way. It involves noticing your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations as they occur and accepting them for what they are, without trying to change them or react to them. It's about cultivating an attitude of openness and curiosity towards your internal and external experiences. The beauty of mindfulness is its simplicity. It doesn't require any special equipment or specific location. All you need is a willingness to pay attention to your present experience. However, while the concept is simple, applying it can be challenging, especially in our fast-paced world where distractions are plentiful and constant. That said, with practice, mindfulness can become a natural part of your everyday life, offering a sanctuary of calm amid the storm of overthinking. Research has shown that mindfulness can effectively reduce overthinking. By bringing your attention back to the present, mindfulness breaks the cycle of ruminative or worry-based thoughts. Instead of getting caught up in your thoughts or trying to suppress them, which often leads to even more overthinking, you learn to observe your thoughts without judgment. You start to see your thoughts as transient mental events, rather than indisputable facts. This shift in perspective allows you to disentangle yourself from the negative thought cycles characteristic of overthinking. Moreover, mindfulness trains you to respond rather than react to your thoughts and emotions. Often, our immediate reaction to unpleasant thoughts or feelings is to push them away. However, this avoidance can actually fuel overthinking, as we get caught up in trying to escape or resist these experiences. Mindfulness offers a different approach. Instead of avoiding or resisting your thoughts and feelings, you learn to sit with them. You acknowledge their presence without letting them drive your actions or spiral into further negative thinking. In addition to reducing overthinking, mindfulness has a host of other benefits. It has been shown to decrease stress and anxiety, improve attention and focus, enhance emotional regulation, and boost overall mental well-being. By anchoring yourself in the present, you can reduce the impact of stressors and navigate life with a sense of calm and clarity. Implementing mindfulness into your daily routine can start with small, simple steps. This might include paying full attention while eating a meal, focusing on the sensation of the food, its taste, texture, and smell. Or it could be taking a few minutes each day to do a mindfulness meditation, focusing on the rhythm of your breath, and gently bringing your attention back whenever your mind starts to wander. The goal isn't to clear your mind of all thoughts. That's a common misconception. Instead, it's to notice when your mind has wandered and to gently guide it back to the present moment. While mindfulness offers a potent antidote to overthinking, it's not a quick fix. Cultivating mindfulness is like building a muscle. It requires consistent practice and patience. You may not notice dramatic changes overnight, but over time, you'll likely find that you're better able to manage your thoughts, rather than being controlled by them. Furthermore, mindfulness extends beyond managing thoughts. It is also about being fully present and engaged in your actions, whether it's during a conversation, while working, or even during routine tasks like washing dishes. Engaging in this manner can bring a greater sense of connection and fulfillment in your daily life, reducing the need to escape into the realms of worry or regret. Part of mindfulness is developing a gentle curiosity about your thoughts and feelings, rather than reacting with frustration or self-criticism. This non-judgmental stance is especially helpful when dealing with overthinking. Often, we judge ourselves harshly for overthinking, which can trigger a cycle of negative self-talk and more overthinking. By adopting a mindful attitude, you can observe these patterns without self-blame, understanding that they are habits, not character flaws. Mindfulness also allows for greater self-compassion, a quality often lacking when we're caught up in overthinking. We can be our own worst critics, amplifying our stress and anxiety. By observing our thoughts and feelings through a compassionate lens, we can soothe our distress and disrupt the patterns of self-criticism that often accompany overthinking. It's worth noting that mindfulness is not about achieving a permanently calm and serene mind. That's an unrealistic expectation that can lead to disappointment. Even experienced meditators have days where their minds are particularly restless. The aim of mindfulness is not to eliminate all negative thoughts or emotions, but to change our relationship with them. It's about becoming comfortable with the natural ebb and flow of our internal experiences, understanding that they are transient and do not define us. Incorporating mindfulness into your life can be a transformative experience. However, it's not always easy, and it's common to encounter challenges along the way. You may find your mind frequently wanders, or certain emotions or thoughts may feel too overwhelming to face. These challenges are normal and part of the process. The key is to approach them with patience and kindness, viewing them not as failures, but as opportunities to deepen your mindfulness practice. Chapter 4. Deep Breathing Techniques to Lower Anxiety. Deep breathing has long been touted as a simple, yet effective way to lower anxiety. When harnessed correctly, our own breath can serve as a powerful tool to disrupt the cycle of overthinking and to induce a state of calmness. Our breath is a key component of the body's stress response system. When we're anxious or stressed, our breathing tends to become quick and shallow, occurring high up in the chest. This type of breathing, known as thoracic or chest breathing, can actually exacerbate feelings of anxiety by triggering a fight or flight response. Conversely, when we breathe deeply, fully engaging the diaphragm, we encourage our bodies to enter a state of relaxation. This style of breathing, often referred to as diaphragmatic or belly breathing, stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which acts like a brake to our stress response, slowing the heart rate and lowering blood pressure. Deep breathing also leads to a better oxygen supply, which results in less strain on your body and a feeling of calm. The beauty of deep breathing is that it can be done anywhere and doesn't require any special tools. It's a strategy that is always available to us, offering a natural, effective way to manage anxiety and overthinking. Despite its simplicity, deep breathing can have a profound impact on our mental well-being if done correctly. Let's find out more about specific deep breathing techniques that can help you lower anxiety and disrupt the cycle of overthinking. Diaphragmatic breathing. This technique focuses on engaging your diaphragm as you breathe. Start by finding a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Take a slow, deep breath through your nose, allowing your belly to rise as your lungs fill with air while keeping your chest still. Exhale slowly through your mouth or nose, letting your belly fall. Aim for about 6 to 10 deep, slow breaths per minute, and practice for at least a few minutes each day. Box breathing. This technique, also known as square or four-square breathing, involves inhaling, holding your breath, exhaling, and then holding your breath again, each for the count of 4. Visualize each side of a square as one part of the breath process. This technique can be particularly helpful during moments of acute stress or anxiety, providing a sense of control and helping to refocus your mind away from anxious thoughts. Pursed lip breathing. This simple technique involves inhaling through your nose and exhaling slowly through pursed lips, similar to blowing out a candle. The slow exhale helps to slow down the overall rate of breathing, reducing anxiety symptoms. 4-7-8 breathing. In this technique, you inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 7, and then exhale through your mouth for a count of 8. This technique is said to work as a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system. Over time, with more practice, you can increase the count to 8 for each phase of the breathing process. Let's delve further into how you can incorporate these techniques into your daily routine to optimize their benefits. Regular practice. Make deep breathing a part of your daily routine. Set aside specific times each day for your practice, perhaps in the morning to start your day calmly, or in the evening to unwind. Over time, these deep breathing exercises will become a habit, making it easier to utilize these techniques during moments of high stress or anxiety. Utilize triggers. Tie your deep breathing exercises to specific daily tasks or activities, such as during your commute, while waiting for your coffee to brew, or before starting a meal. These consistent triggers will serve as reminders to practice your deep breathing, embedding this calming practice into your daily life. Guided practices. To help you get started, consider using guided deep breathing practices. There are numerous apps and online resources available that provide guided sessions for the techniques mentioned. These can be particularly helpful in the beginning, providing structure and guidance as you familiarize yourself with the practices. Patience and kindness. It's important to approach your deep breathing practice with patience and kindness. Some days might be more challenging than others, and that's perfectly okay. Avoid getting frustrated if your mind wanders, or if you find it difficult to concentrate on your breath. The goal is not to achieve perfection, but to develop a new skill that will support your mental well-being. Journaling. Consider keeping a journal to track your experiences with deep breathing. Note down how you feel before and after each session, any challenges you encountered, and any improvements you notice over time. Journaling can provide valuable insights into your progress and motivate you to maintain your practice. Deep breathing not only helps to reduce immediate feelings of stress and anxiety, but also aids in building resilience over time. As you continue to practice, you may find that your overall levels of anxiety decrease, and your ability to handle stressful situations improves. In addition to its calming effects, deep breathing also promotes better focus, improved digestion, and enhanced sleep quality, contributing to your overall well-being. Moreover, the simplicity and accessibility of deep breathing exercises mean that they can be seamlessly incorporated into your life, offering an effective strategy to combat overthinking and anxiety whenever and wherever they strike. These techniques serve as a natural, personal toolkit to soothe your mind and ground yourself in the present moment, counteracting the tendency of the mind to dwell in the past or worry about the future. These deep breathing techniques may seem simple, but their effects are potent. In the midst of an overthinking spiral, these techniques can be your grounding force, helping you to manage your anxiety and promoting relaxation. Consistent practice is key to reap the benefits of deep breathing. These techniques are not just to be used in times of high stress or anxiety. Making them a regular part of your routine can help prevent overthinking spirals and reduce overall anxiety levels. Chapter 5. Progressive Muscle Relaxation, a Tactile Approach to Stress Relief. Progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR, is a powerful technique that can help reduce the physical symptoms of stress and anxiety, often linked with overthinking. This method involves intentionally tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups in the body, fostering a deep state of physical relaxation. This chapter will introduce you to the concept of PMR, its benefits, and how to perform this exercise effectively for stress relief. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, we can unconsciously hold tension in our bodies, especially when we're caught in cycles of overthinking. This tension might present itself as a tightness in the shoulders, a clenched jaw, a furrowed brow, or a knot in the stomach. Over time, chronic muscle tension can lead to physical discomfort and contribute to feelings of anxiety and stress. PMR can help break this cycle. By consciously tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups, we gain awareness of what both tension and relaxation feel like in our bodies. This awareness allows us to better identify and alleviate tension when we feel it, providing an effective tool to combat the physical manifestations of stress and anxiety. The technique was developed by Dr. Edmund Jacobson in the early 20th century. Jacobson theorized that since muscle tension accompanies anxiety, one can reduce anxiety by learning how to relieve that muscle tension. This relaxation technique has been widely adopted and is still used today due to its simplicity and effectiveness. A typical PMR session involves the systematic tensing and relaxing of different muscle groups throughout the body. This usually starts from the feet and works up to the face, but it can also be done in reverse or starting from any other point. The key is to focus on one muscle group at a time, making a conscious effort to relax those muscles as deeply as possible before moving on to the next group. Here is a basic guide to performing PMR. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down in a quiet, comfortable space. Take a few moments to relax, taking slow, deep breaths. Starting with your right foot, tense the muscles as tightly as you can. Hold this tension for about 5 seconds. Be mindful of the sensation of tension in these muscles. After 5 seconds, quickly relax your foot and allow it to go limp. Pay attention to the contrast between the feeling of tension and the feeling of relaxation. Remain in this relaxed state for about 15 seconds before moving on to the next muscle group, your right leg. Follow the same pattern of tensing and then relaxing this muscle group. Continue this process throughout your body, moving upward to include your legs, stomach, back, arms, hands, neck, face, and even your scalp. After you've tensed and relaxed each muscle group, take some time to relax and enjoy the sensation of looseness and relaxation throughout your body. PMR is beneficial not only for reducing the physical symptoms of stress and anxiety, but also for promoting overall body awareness. Through regular practice, you become more attuned to your body and its responses to stress, providing you with a more proactive approach to managing tension and anxiety. This technique can be particularly helpful when dealing with racing thoughts and overthinking, as the focus on physical sensations can serve as a grounding exercise, bringing you back into the present moment and away from distressing thoughts. As with any new skill, mastering PMR takes practice. It's normal to find your mind wandering during the process. When this happens, simply acknowledge where your mind went without judgment and gently bring your focus back to the muscle group you're working on. The key to this technique, and any relaxation technique, is patience and consistency. Over time, you'll become better at recognizing tension in your body and proficient at using PMR to release this tension and reduce stress. A deeper exploration into the PMR technique involves a step-by-step process of how to properly perform each stage of tension and relaxation, as well as being aware of the sequence to follow when moving through the different muscle groups. As you start practicing PMR, choose to wear comfortable clothing and choose a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Lie down on your back in a comfortable position, but if that's not possible, find a comfortable chair where you can relax. Begin by taking slow, deep breaths. As you inhale, visualize the tension in your body, and as you exhale, imagine it flowing away from you. This process of visualization can be a powerful tool in enhancing the effectiveness of PMR. Next, move through each muscle group, starting perhaps from your feet. Tense the muscles in your feet by curling your toes and tightening your muscles as much as possible without causing cramping or discomfort. Maintain this tension for about 5 seconds, taking a moment to really feel the tension in your muscles. Then, abruptly relax the muscles and let your feet go limp. Wait for about 15 seconds before moving to the next muscle group. Follow this same process for each muscle group, working your way up the body. You might move next to your lower legs, then upper legs, hips and buttocks, stomach, chest, back, arms, hands, neck, face, and finally, your scalp. One common difficulty you might encounter when practicing PMR is distinguishing between the sensations of tension and relaxation. This challenge usually stems from a lack of body awareness, which can be common if you're not used to paying close attention to your physical sensations. Overcoming this obstacle simply requires patience and practice. With time, the differences between tension and relaxation will become clearer. Another challenge could be forgetting to maintain your breathing. It's important to remember that your breath should remain steady throughout the PMR process. If you find yourself holding your breath while tensing your muscles, remind yourself to keep breathing. You may also find your mind wandering during your PMR practice. This is a normal part of any mindfulness-based exercise, especially for beginners. If this happens, simply acknowledge the thoughts without judgment, and then gently redirect your focus back to the muscle group you're working on. For individuals with pre-existing physical conditions, certain muscle groups might cause discomfort or pain when tensed. If this is the case, it's crucial to listen to your body and avoid any actions that cause pain. You can still perform PMR by focusing on the other muscle groups. Overall, it's essential to approach PMR like any other relaxation technique, with patience and consistency. It might take some time before you start to notice the benefits, but with regular practice, PMR can become a powerful tool in your stress management toolkit, helping you to break free from the cycle of overthinking and achieve a greater sense of peace and relaxation in your daily life. Chapter 6. Cognitive Restructuring. Reframing Your Thoughts. Cognitive restructuring is a cornerstone of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and is highly effective in addressing issues related to overthinking, stress, and anxiety. It revolves around the idea that our thoughts greatly influence our feelings and behavior. In other words, it's not the situations or events themselves that cause us stress or anxiety, but rather our thoughts and perceptions about them. By learning how to change these thoughts, or cognitive distortions, we can improve our emotional well-being. Let's start by understanding cognitive distortions, which are simply ways that our mind convinces us of something that isn't true. These inaccurate thoughts reinforce negative thinking or emotions. Some common distortions include black and white thinking, catastrophizing, overgeneralization, and personalization. For example, you might think, "I always mess things up," overgeneralization, or "this will surely turn out to be a disaster," catastrophizing. The role of cognitive restructuring is to help you identify and challenge these cognitive distortions. The first step is recognition, becoming aware of the negative thought patterns that exacerbate stress and anxiety. By identifying these distortions, you begin the process of cognitive restructuring. Once these distortions have been identified, the next step is to examine them objectively. Ask yourself, is this thought based on fact, or is it a distortion? Is there evidence to support this thought, or am I jumping to conclusions? Are there other, more positive ways that I can view this situation? By questioning your negative thoughts, you begin to realize that they are not facts, but rather interpretations of events. The final step is to replace negative thoughts with more accurate and positive ones. This doesn't mean ignoring the negatives of a situation. Instead, it's about viewing things in a balanced, fair, and realistic way. Instead of thinking, "I always mess things up," you might reframe the thought as, "Sometimes things don't go as planned, but I've also had many successes." Cognitive restructuring may seem difficult at first, especially when negative thinking patterns have become entrenched. But with practice, this technique can become a powerful tool for managing stress and anxiety and curbing overthinking. It can also lead to improved self-esteem and confidence as you learn to view yourself and your abilities in a more positive light. Cognitive restructuring doesn't mean you'll never have a negative thought again. That's not realistic or even desirable. Negative thoughts are a normal part of life and can even be useful in some situations, like helping us spot genuine problems or risks. The goal of cognitive restructuring isn't to eliminate all negative thoughts, but to challenge those that are unhelpful and distort reality, causing unnecessary stress and anxiety. Cognitive restructuring takes time and practice, but the payoff can be substantial. Each time you successfully challenge a cognitive distortion, you weaken its power over your emotions. Over time, This can result in a significant reduction in the frequency and intensity of negative thoughts, making it easier to manage stress and anxiety and break the cycle of overthinking. Understanding different types of cognitive distortions is essential to mastering cognitive restructuring. These distortions are pervasive and often subconscious, but once you become aware of them, you can actively challenge and change these unhelpful thought patterns. Here are some of the most common types. All or nothing thinking, also known as black and white thinking. This distortion involves viewing things in absolute either-or categories, without recognizing any middle ground. For instance, you might think, if I'm not perfect, I'm a failure. Overgeneralization. This occurs when we take a single negative event as a never-ending pattern of defeat. For instance, after experiencing a single rejection, you might think, nobody will ever like me. Catastrophizing, also known as magnification or minimization. This involves exaggerating the significance of negative events, magnification, or downplaying the significance of positive events, minimization. You might think, if I fail this exam, my life is over. Mental filter. This distortion occurs when you focus excessively on the negative aspects of a situation while ignoring the positive. For example, after receiving feedback, you might focus solely on the criticism and overlook any praise. Personalization. This involves attributing external events to yourself without evidence supporting your connection to the event. If a friend doesn't reply to your text promptly, you might think, she's upset with me, even though there might be other reasons for her delay. Jumping to conclusions. This distortion comprises two types: mind reading, assuming you know what others are thinking, and fortune telling, predicting the future negatively. You might think, they must think I'm stupid, or I'll definitely make a fool of myself. Should statements. This involves dictating how you or others should behave. When we or others don't live up to these rules, we feel guilty, frustrated, or angry. You might think, I should always work late, leading to guilt if you leave work on time. Identifying these cognitive distortions involves self-reflection and self-awareness. Centering your thoughts, particularly when you're feeling stressed or anxious. Write them down and look for any patterns that match the distortions listed above. It can be helpful to do this exercise regularly, such as at the end of each day, to get a better understanding of your thought patterns. Next, ask yourself questions to challenge these thoughts. Are they based on facts or assumptions? Are you jumping to conclusions? Are there other more balanced ways to interpret the situation? Through this process, you can start to recognize and change cognitive distortions. Everyone has cognitive distortions to some degree. They're a normal part of how our brains work. The goal isn't to eliminate them completely, but rather to recognize when they're influencing your thoughts and emotions in unhelpful ways. With practice, you'll get better at identifying and challenging these distortions, leading to more balanced thinking, reduced overthinking, and lower levels of stress and anxiety. Chapter 7. Guided Imagery, a Peaceful Journey Away from Anxiety. Guided imagery is a potent, multisensory technique that harnesses the power of the imagination to reduce stress, anxiety, and overthinking. By creating a vivid mental image of a calming and peaceful place or situation, your body and mind can often respond as if you're actually there. It allows you to step away from anxious thoughts and transport yourself to a place of tranquility and peace. Guided imagery isn't merely about seeing a peaceful place in your mind's eye. It's about fully immersing yourself in the details of this location. You might imagine the scent of pine trees in a forest, the sound of waves crashing onto a beach, the warmth of the sun on a grassy field, or the taste of fresh mountain air. The more senses you can involve in this mental image, the more effective the technique can be. Using guided imagery regularly can help create a natural pathway in your mind, leading away from stress and towards relaxation. Over time, this can make it easier for you to enter this peaceful state and escape the clutches of overthinking and anxiety, even in the midst of stressful situations. To get started with guided imagery, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep, calming breaths to start to relax your mind and body. Then, begin to imagine a peaceful place. It can be a real place you've been before, a location you've dreamed of visiting, or a completely imaginary setting. Start with the visual details. What does this place look like? What colors and shapes can you see? Then move on to the other senses. What sounds can you hear? Can you feel anything, like the sun on your skin or the ground beneath your feet? Are there any smells or tastes in this place? As you build this image in your mind, try to really immerse yourself in the details. The more vivid the image, the more you'll be able to let go of your worries and stress and simply be in this peaceful place. Guided imagery is a flexible technique and can be adapted to your personal preferences and circumstances. For instance, some people find it helpful to listen to a recorded guided imagery script, which can guide you through the process of creating and immersing yourself in your peaceful place. Others may prefer to read a script and then recreate the image in their mind without the recording. You can also choose to use guided imagery with other relaxation techniques, such as deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation, for a multifaceted approach to stress relief. Like any skill, guided imagery takes practice. Don't worry if it doesn't come naturally at first or if your mind tends to wander. Each time you practice, you'll get better at focusing your attention and creating vivid, calming images. Over time, you may even find that you can use guided imagery in the midst of a stressful situation, like a meeting or a busy commute, to help manage your stress and anxiety levels. To enhance your guided imagery practice, it's essential to pay attention to a few aspects. Firstly, the location you choose is significant. Try different settings to see which one most effectively calms your mind and body. Perhaps it's a beach at sunset, a cozy cabin in a forest, or a tranquil garden filled with flowers. The more personalized and resonant the location, the more potent the imagery exercise. Consider using a script or recording, especially when starting. A script guides you step by step through the process, helping you form vivid, sensory-rich images. Here's an example. Imagine you're at a beautiful beach at sunset. The sky is ablaze with shades of red, orange, and pink. The rhythmic sound of the waves is calming, like a soft, natural melody. You feel the warm sand under your feet, the cool sea breeze on your skin. You can smell the salty sea air and taste a hint of salt on your lips. As the sun slowly sinks beneath the horizon, you feel a sense of deep, profound peace washing over you. The more senses your script engages, the better. Visual details are essential, but also include auditory, tactile, olfactory, and even gustatory details for a full sensory experience. Consistency is key. Try to practice guided imagery regularly, daily if possible. You might make it a part of your morning routine to set a positive tone for the day, or use it in the evening to unwind before bed. Over time, you'll find it easier to enter this relaxed state, quickly and effortlessly. However, you might encounter challenges. Your mind may wander, or you might struggle to form vivid images. If your mind wanders, don't get frustrated. Acknowledge the distracting thought Then gently bring your focus back to the imagery. If you have difficulty visualizing, keep in mind that success with this technique doesn't depend on the clarity of the image, but rather on the associated feelings of relaxation. Even a vague or fleeting image can be effective if it helps you feel calmer. Additionally, some people find it hard to imagine positive scenes when they're feeling anxious or depressed. If this happens, try to start with neutral images, like a white cloud in a blue sky. As your mood lifts, gradually shift towards more positive imagery. Moreover, if certain aspects of the imagery make you uncomfortable, modify them. For instance, if imagining the feeling of sand under your feet triggers discomfort, change it to something more soothing, like soft grass. Like any skill, guided imagery takes practice. If it feels awkward or forced at first, don't worry. Keep practicing, and soon it will feel more natural. The goal isn't to create a perfect image, but to cultivate a sense of relaxation and peace. As you refine your guided imagery practice, you'll find it becoming a powerful tool in your arsenal against overthinking, stress, and anxiety. Chapter 8. Yoga. Merging mind and body for stress relief. Yoga is an ancient practice rooted in Indian philosophy that has been adopted worldwide as a holistic approach to health and wellness. More than just a form of physical exercise, yoga integrates movement, breath, and mindfulness to cultivate balance, strength, and peace in both body and mind. This unique blend of physical postures, breathing exercises, and meditation can provide a potent antidote to the overthinking, stress, and anxiety that pervade modern life. At its core, yoga encourages present moment awareness. By focusing on your breath and the sensations in your body as you move through different postures, you can cultivate a state of mindfulness, drawing your attention away from anxious thoughts and towards the here and now. This mindfulness aspect of yoga is especially helpful in curbing overthinking, as it breaks the cycle of rumination that can fuel stress and anxiety. The physical postures, or asanas, in yoga also have a direct impact on your stress and anxiety levels. Many of these poses are designed to promote relaxation, reduce muscle tension, and trigger your body's natural relaxation response. This can help to lower your heart rate, decrease your blood pressure, and slow your breathing, all of which can help you to feel calmer and more relaxed. Breathing techniques, or pranayama, are another integral part of yoga practice. By learning to control your breath, you can influence your body's physiological responses and encourage relaxation. Deep, controlled breathing can slow down your heart rate, calm your nervous system, and decrease your body's stress response. Moreover, the simple act of focusing your attention on your breath can serve as a form of meditation, helping to quiet the mind and reduce overthinking. To get started with yoga, you don't need any special equipment, just a quiet space and comfortable clothes. You may choose to use a yoga mat for comfort, but it's not essential. Begin with simple postures like child's pose, mountain pose, or corpse pose, and focus on synchronizing your movements with your breath. As you become more comfortable with these basic poses, you can start to explore more complex postures and sequences. While yoga can be practiced alone, many find benefit from attending yoga classes or following online tutorials, especially when starting. These resources can provide guidance on proper technique and alignment to ensure safety and maximize benefits. Furthermore, the communal aspect of a yoga class can offer additional stress relief, fostering a sense of belonging and shared purpose. Like any practice, yoga requires consistency to reap the full benefits. Try to incorporate yoga into your daily routine, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Over time, you'll likely notice improvements in your strength and flexibility, as well as a decrease in your stress and anxiety levels. The ultimate goal of these techniques is not to attain a certain posture or perfect your physical form, but rather to merge the body and mind in a harmonious interplay, reducing stress and fostering an overall sense of well-being. There are numerous yoga postures and breathing techniques that can be particularly beneficial in alleviating stress and curbing overthinking. Below are a few of the most effective ones. Child's pose, Balasana. This calming pose can help to relieve stress and anxiety by promoting a sense of safety and comfort. To do this pose, kneel on your yoga mat, sit back on your heels, then fold forward, bringing your forehead to the mat and extending your arms in front of you. Legs up the wall pose, Viparita Karani. This restorative posture encourages relaxation and can help to quiet the mind. To perform this pose, sit close to a wall, then lie back and extend your legs up the wall. You can keep your arms at your sides or extend them out to the sides for added relaxation. Corpse pose, Savasana. Although it might seem like you're just lying down, Savasana is a powerful relaxation pose. By focusing on releasing tension and surrendering to gravity, you can help to quiet your mind and reduce stress. Cat-cow pose, Marjaryasana, Bithilasana. This sequence of two poses helps to relieve tension in the spine and neck and promote a calming rhythm with movement and breath. Start on your hands and knees. Arch your back and drop your head, cat pose. Then dip your belly towards the mat and lift your head, cow pose. As for breathing techniques, consider these. Diaphragmatic breathing. Also known as belly breathing, this technique encourages full oxygen exchange, which can slow the heartbeat and lower or stabilize blood pressure, promoting feelings of calm. To practice, sit or lie down comfortably, place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, letting your belly push your hand out. Exhale through pursed lips as you contract your diaphragm, and repeat. Alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Sodhana Pranayama. This technique can help to calm the mind, relieve stress, and harmonize the two hemispheres of the brain. To practice, sit comfortably. Close your right nostril with your right thumb and inhale through your left nostril. Then, close your left nostril with your right ring finger. Release your thumb and exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through your right nostril, close it, then exhale through your left nostril. That's one cycle. Repeat for several cycles. 4-7-8 breathing. This technique can act as a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system. Inhale quietly through your nose to a mental count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7. Then exhale completely through your mouth, making a whoosh sound to the count of 8. This completes one breath. Now inhale again and repeat the cycle 3 more times for a total of 4 breaths. Yoga is not about striving for perfection, but about nurturing your body and mind. Practice these postures and techniques regularly and mindfully, and you'll likely notice a decrease in stress and overthinking. As with any new skill, it may feel awkward at first, but with consistency, you'll grow more comfortable and start reaping the benefits. Chapter 9. The Art of Acceptance. Embracing uncertainty. Uncertainty is an inherent part of life. From minor issues such as weather changes to significant ones like job security, health, or relationships, life is full of events that we can't predict or control. For many of us, this uncertainty can trigger stress and anxiety and lead to a cycle of overthinking as we try to predict the future and prepare for every possible outcome. However, this is often an exercise in futility and can amplify our feelings of unease. Acceptance, in this context, is a fundamental aspect of mindfulness. Mindfulness encourages us to stay present and engage fully with the here and now, instead of getting lost in worries about the future or regrets about the past. When we accept that uncertainty is a part of life, we can reduce our anxiety and break free from the chains of overthinking. One of the first steps in cultivating acceptance is recognizing our resistance. We often resist uncertainty because it makes us feel vulnerable. Pay attention to these moments of resistance. They might manifest as a constant worry, overplanning, avoidance, or even physical symptoms like headaches or stomach upset. Acknowledge these signs without judgment. It's okay to feel uncomfortable with uncertainty. Next, practice challenging your need for certainty. Remind yourself that uncertainty is a part of life and that it's not always a bad thing. After all, if everything were predictable, life would lack excitement and spontaneity. The following technique can help you to practice acceptance. Thought-stopping technique. This cognitive behavioral method involves intentionally stopping your anxiety-inducing thoughts and replacing them with more rational ones. When you find yourself ruminating or worrying about a future event, tell yourself, stop. Visualize a stop sign if it helps. Then, intentionally replace that thought with a more rational one, such as, I can handle whatever comes my way, or uncertainty is a part of life. Regular meditation can also help cultivate acceptance. By observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment during meditation, you learn to accept your inner experiences. This can be extended to external situations, helping you to accept uncertainty. Adopting a problem-solving approach for things you can control and an acceptance approach for things you can't is a helpful strategy. This means actively working towards a solution when it's within your reach, and accepting the situation when it's not. The Serenity prayer captures this approach. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Acceptance techniques and exercises. Here are some specific acceptance techniques and exercises that can be integrated into your daily routine to help you embrace uncertainty and reduce overthinking. Mindful observation. This practice involves observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. When you notice yourself resisting uncertainty or worrying about the future, simply acknowledge these thoughts and feelings. You might say to yourself, I'm noticing that I'm feeling anxious about this uncertainty. This non-judgmental observation can create a mental distance between you and your thoughts, helping you to see them as transient mental events rather than absolute truths. Radical acceptance. This technique from dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, involves completely and unconditionally accepting reality as it is, even when it's painful or difficult. Practice saying to yourself, this is the reality of the situation. I can't change it, but I can accept it. This doesn't mean you have to like the situation or stop working to improve it, but it does mean acknowledging it for what it is. Self-compassion practice. This involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer to a friend in a similar situation. When you're struggling with uncertainty, remind yourself that it's a part of life and that everyone experiences it. You might say to yourself, "It's okay. This is tough, but I can handle it." Visualization. This exercise can help you to mentally rehearse acceptance. Close your eyes and visualize a situation that you're uncertain about. Imagine yourself accepting this uncertainty, acknowledging any emotions that arise, and responding calmly and effectively. This can help to reduce anxiety and build confidence in your ability to handle uncertainty. Body scan. This mindfulness exercise can help you to cultivate acceptance of your physical experiences. Lie down comfortably, close your eyes, and slowly bring your attention to different parts of your body, from your toes to your head. Notice any sensations, such as tension or discomfort, without trying to change them. This can help to develop a habit of acceptance that can be applied to mental experiences as well. Each of these techniques can be practiced in a quiet, comfortable space at a time that suits you. However, the aim is to integrate acceptance into your daily life. Try practicing mindful observation while you're washing the dishes or commuting to work. Practice self-compassion when you make a mistake or face a setback. Use visualization during your lunch break to prepare for an uncertain situation. Do a brief body scan when you go to bed, or even while you're sitting at your desk. Keep in mind that acceptance is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. You might not notice a significant difference right away, but with time and consistency, these techniques can help you to embrace uncertainty, reduce overthinking, and lead a calmer, more peaceful life. The goal isn't to eliminate uncertainty, it's to change your relationship with it. Chapter 10. The Power of a Healthy Diet in Managing Anxiety. For many of us, our relationship with food is defined by a complex intertwining of physical need, emotional comfort, and social customs. However, what we often overlook is the significant impact our diet has on our mental health, particularly in the context of managing stress and anxiety. There's a growing body of research linking dietary habits with mental well-being. The concept of "you are what you eat" holds true for both physical and mental health. This chapter aims to explore the interplay between diet and anxiety, offering insights into dietary choices that can help manage anxiety levels and reduce overthinking. Firstly, it's essential to understand the gut-brain axis, the bidirectional communication line between the gut and the brain. The gut, often referred to as the second brain, houses around 70% of our immune system and produces about 90% of serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter. When our gut health is compromised, it can lead to a decrease in serotonin production, which may in turn escalate feelings of anxiety and overthinking. Having a balanced, nutrient-dense diet is crucial for maintaining a healthy gut and promoting mental well-being. Here are a few dietary strategies to consider. Maintain a balanced diet. Consuming a variety of foods from different food groups ensures that you're getting a mix of essential nutrients. A well-rounded diet comprising whole grains, lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats provides your body with the necessary fuel to function optimally and can help manage stress levels. Stay hydrated. Dehydration can lead to mood changes and increased anxiety. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids, primarily water, throughout the day. The exact amount can vary depending on your activity level, climate, and individual needs. Limit caffeine and alcohol. Both caffeine and alcohol can increase feelings of anxiety and trigger panic attacks. They can also interfere with sleep, leading to increased fatigue and lower stress tolerance. Try to limit your intake of caffeinated beverages and alcoholic drinks. Eat regularly. Skipping meals can lead to drops in blood sugar, causing mood swings and increased anxiety. Regular meals and snacks can help maintain steady blood sugar levels and mood. Include probiotic and prebiotic foods. These promote a healthy gut, potentially aiding in serotonin production. Probiotics are good bacteria found in foods like yogurt, kefir, and fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut. Prebiotics, which feed these good bacteria, are found in foods like whole grains, bananas, onions, garlic, and artichokes. It's important to be aware that everyone is unique, and what works for one person might not work for another. It may take some trial and error to find what dietary changes work best for you. Consulting with a registered dietitian or a healthcare provider can provide personalized advice based on your individual needs and circumstances. Also, keep in mind that while a healthy diet can aid in managing anxiety, it's not a cure-all. It should be one part of a comprehensive anxiety management strategy, including physical activity, adequate sleep, stress management techniques, and when necessary, professional help. By understanding the connection between what we eat and how we feel, and making conscious dietary choices, we can take another significant step in managing anxiety and overthinking. The power of a healthy diet in managing anxiety is truly immense, bringing us one step closer to improved mental well-being. Specific nutrients known for their stress-busting properties. The following nutrients have been extensively studied for their potential effects on mood and anxiety levels. Here's how they can contribute to reducing stress and overthinking. Omega-3 fatty acids. These are essential fats that our bodies can't produce, so we must get them from our diet. Research has shown that omega-3 fatty acids can help reduce symptoms of anxiety. They're primarily found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and tuna, but are also in flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Omega-3s help maintain brain function and are thought to affect the neurotransmitters dopamine and serotonin, both linked to mood regulation. B vitamins. This family of vitamins plays a vital role in brain health. Deficiencies in certain B vitamins, including B12 and folate, have been linked to increased anxiety. Foods rich in B vitamins include whole grains, lean meats, legumes, seeds, and dark leafy vegetables. Vitamin D, sometimes referred to as the sunshine vitamin. Vitamin D can affect mood and anxiety. Your body can make vitamin D when your skin is exposed to sunlight, but it's also found in foods like fatty fish, beef liver, and egg yolks. Vitamin D deficiency is relatively common, especially in those who don't get much sunlight, and it has been linked to mood disorders and increased anxiety. Magnesium. This essential mineral plays a critical role in several functions in the body, including nerve transmission and mood regulation. Some research suggests that sufficient magnesium intake could help reduce symptoms of anxiety. Foods rich in magnesium include green leafy vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and legumes. Antioxidants. Chronic stress can lead to oxidative stress, contributing to anxiety and other mental health disorders. Antioxidants, such as vitamin C, E, and beta-carotene, can neutralize harmful free radicals, potentially reducing anxiety symptoms. Fresh fruits and vegetables are the best sources of antioxidants. Fiber. High-fiber foods, such as whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and legumes, can help regulate your blood sugar levels. Rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar can cause symptoms like nervousness and jitteriness, which can exacerbate feelings of anxiety. Tryptophan. This essential amino acid helps your body produce serotonin, a neurotransmitter that regulates mood. Tryptophan can be found in foods like turkey, eggs, cheese, nuts, and seeds. Incorporating these nutrients into your diet can be simple. Adding a handful of nuts or seeds to your breakfast, having a piece of fruit as a snack, including at least one serving of vegetables in each meal, consuming lean protein sources, and swapping refined grains with whole grains can make a significant difference in your nutrient intake. Balance is the key to a healthy diet. Overemphasis on one nutrient or food group at the expense of others can do more harm than good. Moreover, food is just one piece of the puzzle when managing anxiety and overthinking. It's equally important to consider other lifestyle factors like physical activity, sleep, stress management techniques, and seeking professional help when necessary. Please consult with a healthcare provider before making any major changes to your diet or taking dietary supplements, especially if you have underlying health conditions or are on medication. They can provide personalized advice based on your individual needs and circumstances. Chapter 11. Exercise, the underrated anti-anxiety remedy. Exercise is universally recognized as a pillar of physical health. It helps manage body weight, lowers the risk of chronic diseases, and boosts cardiovascular health. However, its impact extends far beyond physical well-being. Exercise is also an incredibly effective, yet often underutilized, remedy for managing anxiety and curbing overthinking. One of the reasons why exercise is so effective at alleviating anxiety lies in its ability to affect the body's stress response. Regular physical activity trains the body to handle stress more effectively by promoting lower baseline heart and respiratory rates and a quicker recovery from stressors. Over time, this means that stress and anxiety will impact the body less severely and for shorter durations. Furthermore, exercise stimulates the production of endorphins, often dubbed feel-good hormones, in the brain. These chemicals act as natural painkillers and mood elevators, bringing about a sense of calm and well-being. This is often referred to as the runner's high, but it can be achieved through any form of sustained physical activity. Apart from its physiological benefits, exercise also offers several psychological advantages. For one, it serves as a constructive distraction, providing a break from the cycle of negative thoughts that fuel anxiety and overthinking. Furthermore, regular physical activity can boost confidence, promote social interaction, and improve sleep quality, all factors that contribute to better mental health. So, how can you incorporate exercise into your routine to manage anxiety? The key is to find a physical activity that you enjoy. Exercise should not be a chore, but rather a pleasurable activity that you look forward to. This could be anything from running or cycling to yoga or dancing. The important thing is to move your body in a way that feels good to you. The best type of exercise for reducing anxiety is the one that you will do consistently. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week. However, even short bouts of physical activity can help. Research suggests that just 5 minutes of aerobic exercise can start to produce anti-anxiety effects. Also, consider incorporating mindfulness into your workouts. Paying attention to your body, the sensation of your feet hitting the ground, the rhythm of your breath, the wind against your skin, can help you stay present and interrupt the cycle of negative thoughts. However, before starting a new exercise routine, particularly if you have been inactive or have underlying health conditions, it's advisable to consult with a healthcare provider. Various forms of exercise known for their anxiety-reducing benefits. Physical exercise in its various forms is known to stimulate the body's production of endorphins, the neurotransmitters that help us feel good. Here we'll explore some specific types of exercise that can help reduce anxiety and overthinking. Aerobic exercise. Activities like running, walking, cycling, and swimming are all forms of aerobic exercise. They help increase heart rate and respiratory capacity, which can lead to improved mood and reduced anxiety. Even moderate intensity aerobic exercise, like brisk walking, can have significant benefits. It's not about how intense your workout is, but rather about consistency. Finding a type of aerobic exercise that you enjoy will make it easier to stick with your routine. Strength training. Lifting weights or doing body weight exercises like push-ups and squats can also reduce anxiety. Strength training is believed to help improve sleep, enhance mood, and boost self-esteem. It also offers a fantastic outlet for channeling energy, which can be particularly beneficial when you're feeling anxious. Yoga. This ancient mind-body practice combines physical postures, breathing exercises, and meditation. It has been widely studied for its potential in reducing anxiety and stress. Yoga can help increase body awareness, reduce muscle tension, and enhance your mood. Furthermore, it encourages a focus on the present moment, which can disrupt the cycle of negative thoughts that fuel anxiety and overthinking. Tai Chi. Similar to yoga, Tai Chi is a mind-body practice that involves a series of slow, flowing exercises. It is often described as meditation in motion. Tai Chi can help reduce anxiety and improve mood through its calming, meditative movements. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT. This form of exercise involves short, intense bursts of physical activity, followed by brief recovery periods. HIIT can be highly effective in boosting mood and reducing anxiety. However, it's important to ensure that this form of exercise matches your fitness level to avoid injury or excessive stress. Dancing. Dance is an excellent form of exercise that often doesn't feel like work. Whether it's Zumba, ballet, hip-hop, or ballroom, dancing can provide both a cardiovascular workout and a creative outlet, helping to reduce anxiety and lift mood. Nature activities. Engaging in physical activity in a natural environment, whether it's hiking, paddleboarding, or just walking in a park, can offer additional mental health benefits. Nature exposure has been linked to reduced anxiety, improved mood, and enhanced stress resilience. It's crucial to find a type of exercise that you enjoy and that fits into your lifestyle. The goal is not to achieve peak fitness or performance, but to enhance your mental health and quality of life. Start with small, achievable goals, and gradually increase the intensity and duration of your workouts as your fitness improves. Always listen to your body and rest when needed. Consult a healthcare professional before starting any new exercise regime, especially if you have any pre-existing conditions, have been inactive for a long time, or are considering high-intensity workouts. They can provide guidance and ensure that your exercise program is safe and effective. While exercise can significantly reduce symptoms of anxiety and overthinking, it's not a substitute for professional help. If you're experiencing severe anxiety, or if your symptoms persist despite your self-care efforts, seek the advice of a healthcare professional. Overall, exercise is a potent anti-anxiety remedy that is accessible to virtually everyone. By understanding its benefits and learning how to incorporate it into your lifestyle, you can take an important step towards managing anxiety and improving your overall well-being. Whether it's a brisk walk in the park, a rejuvenating yoga class, or a vigorous gym workout, every bit of movement counts. So, let's get moving. Chapter 12. Improving Your Sleep to Alleviate Overthinking. Sleep and mental health share an intimate relationship. Just as anxiety can disrupt sleep, inadequate sleep can exacerbate anxiety and promote overthinking. As we dive into this chapter, we will explore how improving sleep can play a significant role in alleviating overthinking and reducing stress and anxiety. Many of us are familiar with the mental fog that descends after a night of poor sleep. But beyond short-term cognitive effects, chronic sleep deprivation can have serious consequences for mental health. Lack of sleep has been linked to a heightened risk of various psychological conditions, including anxiety disorders. It's a vicious cycle. Anxiety can make it difficult to sleep, and sleep deprivation can make anxiety worse. Therefore, working on improving sleep habits can be a critical part of any strategy to alleviate overthinking. Understanding why sleep is so vital is the first step in recognizing its importance. During sleep, our bodies undergo various restorative processes. For instance, in a phase of sleep called rapid eye movement, REM sleep, our brains are highly active, consolidating memories and processing experiences from the day. Furthermore, sleep allows the body and mind to recover and prepare for the next day, playing a crucial role in emotional regulation, cognitive function, and overall health. So, how can you improve your sleep to alleviate overthinking? Adopting good sleep hygiene practices is a great place to start. This includes maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, creating a restful sleep environment, and establishing a relaxing pre-sleep routine. Limiting exposure to electronic devices before bed, reducing caffeine and alcohol intake, and ensuring regular physical activity can also contribute to better sleep. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques, many of which we've already discussed, can also be particularly beneficial for promoting good sleep. Techniques such as deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and guided imagery can help calm the mind and prepare the body for sleep. Tips for better sleep. Creating a sleep-friendly environment and routine. Establish a consistent sleep schedule. Our bodies thrive on routine. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This consistency can reinforce your body's sleep-wake cycle and promote better sleep. Create a restful environment. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Consider using earplugs, an eye mask, or a white noise machine if needed. Ensure your mattress and pillows are comfortable and supportive. Limit exposure to light before bed. Exposure to bright lights, especially from electronic devices, can disrupt the production of melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep. Try to turn off screens at least an hour before bed and use a low, warm light if you need to read or move around. Watch what you eat and drink. Avoid large meals, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime. These can disrupt your sleep cycle and make it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep. Incorporate physical activity into your day. Regular physical activity can help you fall asleep faster and enjoy deeper sleep. However, avoid exercising too close to bedtime, as it might interfere with your sleep. Manage stress and anxiety. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, or yoga can help manage stress and anxiety, making it easier to unwind and fall asleep at the end of the day. Establish a pre-sleep routine. A relaxing routine before bed can signal your body that it's time to wind down and go to sleep. This could include reading a book, taking a warm bath, listening to calming music, or practicing a relaxation technique. Limit daytime naps. Long daytime naps can interfere with nighttime sleep. If you choose to nap, limit yourself to about 20 to 30 minutes, and make it during the mid-afternoon. Use your bed for sleep and intimacy only. Avoid using your bed for work, eating, or entertainment. This helps your brain associate the bed with sleep and creates an environment conducive for rest. Consider a sleep aid. If you're struggling with sleep, a natural sleep aid such as melatonin or a soothing herbal tea might help. Always talk to your doctor or a pharmacist before starting any new supplement regimen, especially if you're taking other medications. Seek professional help if needed. If, despite your best efforts, you still struggle with sleep, don't hesitate to seek help from a healthcare professional. They can help identify underlying issues and provide specific strategies to improve your sleep. Good sleep isn't just about quantity, but also about quality. Even if you're spending enough time in bed, if your sleep is restless or interrupted, you might not be getting the rest you need. These tips can help, but they're most effective when used as part of a holistic approach to managing anxiety and overthinking. So take what works for you from these suggestions and combine them with other techniques to find your perfect recipe for a good night's sleep. Improving your sleep won't necessarily cure overthinking or anxiety, but it can significantly reduce their intensity and make them more manageable. Plus, getting enough sleep comes with a myriad of other benefits, including improved mood, better cognitive function, and enhanced physical health. While lifestyle modifications can significantly improve sleep, they may not be sufficient for everyone. If you have persistent sleep problems, or if your sleep difficulties are severely impacting your quality of life, seek the advice of a healthcare professional. Chapter 13. Journaling. Unleashing Thoughts to Free Your Mind. Imagine having a space where you can lay bare all your thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. A place where you can dissect your fears, celebrate your victories, and gain clarity on your worries. This is what journaling offers. It's like having an open, ongoing conversation with your deepest self. It is a practical and powerful tool for dealing with stress, anxiety, and overthinking. Overthinking can feel like being trapped in a labyrinth of your own thoughts, where you go round in circles without finding a way out. It can be mentally draining and emotionally taxing. Journaling, however, offers a way to navigate this maze. By writing down your thoughts, you create a tangible map of your mind. It allows you to step back, observe your thoughts, identify patterns, and perhaps even find the root of your worries. Journaling can serve many purposes, all beneficial for managing anxiety and reducing overthinking. Here are a few examples. Self-expression. Journaling provides a safe and private space for expressing feelings and thoughts. It allows you to articulate what you might be finding hard to say in your daily life. Mindfulness and self-awareness. Writing about your thoughts and feelings promotes mindfulness. It shifts your focus to the present moment and fosters greater awareness of your mental and emotional state. Problem solving. When you write about challenges you're facing, you can analyze them from different angles, allowing you to see possible solutions more clearly. Stress reduction. Journaling can be a cathartic experience. The act of writing down worries and anxieties can help you to release them, reducing feelings of stress. Tracking progress and growth. Keeping a journal allows you to document your progress. You can look back and see how far you've come, which can be immensely encouraging. You don't need to be a writer to benefit from journaling. You just need a notebook and a pen, or a digital tool if you prefer, a bit of time, and the willingness to explore your inner world. Your journal is your personal space. There's no right or wrong way to do it. The most important thing is to be honest with yourself. Like other methods discussed in this book, the power of journaling lies in regular practice. Consistency can help you gain deeper insights into your thought patterns and emotional responses. Plus, it creates a valuable record of your experiences, thoughts, and feelings that you can reflect upon. Don't worry if journaling feels strange or uncomfortable at first. It's normal to feel a bit awkward when you start. Just keep going. With time, you might find that it becomes a vital part of your mental well-being toolkit. How to use journaling effectively and incorporate it into your life. Journaling is a deeply personal activity that can take different forms for different people. There's no universally right way to journal. The best approach is the one that resonates with you and fits your lifestyle. However, here are some tips to help you use journaling effectively and incorporate it into your life. Find a suitable medium. Some people prefer the tactile sensation of pen and paper, while others might find typing on a computer or using a mobile app more convenient. Choose a medium that you're comfortable with and that suits your lifestyle. The goal is to make journaling a regular part of your routine, so it's important that it's accessible and enjoyable for you. Create a routine. Consistency can enhance the benefits of journaling. Set aside a specific time each day for journaling. It could be first thing in the morning to set your intentions for the day, or at night to reflect on the day's events. Even just a few minutes every day can be beneficial. Write freely. Allow your thoughts to flow freely onto the page. Don't worry about grammar, punctuation, or whether your sentences make sense. The goal is to express yourself freely and honestly, not to produce a literary masterpiece. Be honest. The most important thing in journaling is honesty. Write about your feelings, thoughts, and experiences truthfully. This is a private space for you to explore your inner world. There's no need to edit or censor yourself. Reflect on your entries. Regularly review your entries to identify patterns or recurring themes. Over time, you may notice certain triggers for anxiety or overthinking, or you might observe how your mindset and feelings have evolved. Make it engaging. If writing about your thoughts and feelings feels too challenging or tedious, try different journaling techniques. You could write a letter to your future or past self, make a gratitude list, jot down your dreams, or doodle to express your emotions. Find a method that you enjoy and that helps you gain insight into your thoughts and feelings. It's for you. Your journal is for your eyes only. It's a space for self-discovery and personal growth, not for impressing others. There's no need to worry about what others might think. Use prompts. If you're unsure what to write about, journal prompts can be a great place to start. They can help you explore different aspects of your thoughts and feelings, such as, what is worrying me right now, or what made me feel joyful today? Be patient with yourself. It might take some time before you start noticing the benefits of journaling. Don't rush the process. Be patient with yourself and give yourself permission to grow at your own pace. Chapter 14. Cultivating Positivity. Harnessing the Power of Optimism. Overthinking often entails dwelling on negative thoughts, fears, and worries. It can feel like you're stuck in a whirlpool of negativity, with your mind repeatedly playing back distressing scenarios. This is where the power of positivity and optimism comes into play. Cultivating a positive mindset can serve as a beacon of light in the stormy seas of overthinking, guiding you towards calmer waters. Optimism is more than just seeing the world through rose-colored glasses. It involves maintaining a hopeful outlook on life, even in the face of challenges, and believing in your ability to navigate through these challenges. Recent mental optimism can lead to various benefits, including reduced stress levels, improved physical health, and increased resilience. But how can you cultivate positivity and harness the power of optimism, especially when you're grappling with anxiety and overthinking? It might seem like a tall order, but it's a skill that can be developed with practice, patience, and persistence. Reframing negative thoughts. Negative thinking patterns can be deeply ingrained and automatic, but they're not unchangeable. By practicing cognitive restructuring, you can learn to identify and challenge negative thoughts and reframe them in a more positive or realistic light. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I always mess up," you could reframe it as, "I made a mistake this time, but I can learn from it and do better next time." Fostering gratitude. Cultivating a sense of gratitude can shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right in your life. It could be as simple as appreciating a sunny day, a delicious meal, or a supportive friend. You could make it a daily practice to list 3 things you're grateful for. Nurturing self-compassion. Being kind to yourself, especially when you're going through a tough time, is crucial for cultivating positivity. Instead of beating yourself up over mistakes or flaws, try to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a loved one. Visualizing positive outcomes. Visualizing positive outcomes can counteract the tendency of overthinking to imagine worst-case scenarios. It's about picturing in your mind's eye how you want things to unfold, thereby fostering a sense of hope and optimism. Surrounding yourself with positivity. The people and environments you surround yourself with can significantly influence your mindset. Try to spend time with positive people who uplift you and create a living and working environment that makes you feel calm, happy, and inspired. Celebrating small victories. Every step you take towards managing your anxiety and overthinking is a victory worth celebrating. Acknowledging and celebrating these small victories can boost your confidence and foster a more positive outlook. Cultivating positivity and harnessing the power of optimism isn't about ignoring or suppressing negative thoughts and emotions. It's about creating a balance, acknowledging the negative but not letting it dominate your thought processes. It's about developing resilience and maintaining hope, even when things are tough. Chapter 15. The Therapeutic Potential of Nature. Grounding Techniques. The allure and therapeutic potential of nature have been recognized for centuries. The tranquility of a forest, the rhythmic crashing of waves against the shore, or the invigorating freshness of mountain air can all provide a deep sense of relaxation and connection. Grounding is a technique used to help pull you away from flashbacks, unpleasant memories, or negative or challenging emotions, and refocus your attention to the present moment. This is done by engaging with your surroundings, using your senses to anchor you in the present. When done in nature, the therapeutic potential of grounding is often heightened, thanks to the calming and rejuvenating qualities inherent to natural environments. Engaging with nature to ground yourself does not always require access to vast green spaces or pristine seascapes. Even if you live in an urban environment, you can still benefit from the grounding potential of nature. You might notice the changing colors of the leaves on a street tree, the feel of a cool breeze against your skin, the warmth of sunlight on your face, or the sounds of birds chirping among the city's hustle and bustle. So how can you leverage the therapeutic potential of nature through grounding techniques? Here are some strategies. 1. Sensory awareness walks. Choose a natural space for a walk, such as a park, beach, or forest. As you walk, try to engage all your senses. Feel the texture of the earth beneath your feet or the crunch of leaves underfoot. Listen to the sound of birdsong, the wind rustling the leaves, or waves lapping against the shore. Look around and take in the different shapes, colors, and movements in your surroundings. Smell the scent of flowers, freshly cut grass, or salty sea air. 2. Gardening. Gardening can be a deeply grounding activity. It involves physical contact with the earth, focused attention, and a sense of connection to the cycle of life. Even tending to a single potted plant can be a grounding experience. 3. Grounding exercises. Grounding exercises are designed to help you refocus on the present by engaging your senses. For example, you might try the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding exercise in a natural setting. Identify 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. 4. Forest bathing. Forest bathing, or Shinrin-yoku, is a Japanese practice that involves spending time in a forest environment to improve well-being. It encourages silent observation and connection with the natural world, fostering a sense of peace and groundedness. 5. Nature meditation. Find a comfortable spot in a natural setting and simply sit quietly, observing the environment around you. Notice the sounds, smells, and sights, and how the air feels on your skin. If your mind begins to wander, gently guide your focus back to your surroundings. 6. Wildlife observation. Watching animals go about their lives can be a soothing and grounding experience. It can offer a sense of perspective, reminding you of the interconnectedness of all living beings and the rhythm of life. 7. Nature photography. Taking photographs of your natural surroundings can focus your attention and help you see details you might otherwise overlook. This practice can make you more mindful of your environment, anchoring you in the present. By engaging with nature, you're not only grounding yourself, but also nurturing a connection with the natural world. This connection can cultivate feelings of tranquility, joy, and awe, reducing stress and anxiety, and helping to quiet the mental chatter associated with overthinking. Next, we'll provide a more detailed guide to these nature-based grounding techniques and explore ways to incorporate them into your routine, whether you have easy access to vast natural landscapes or are navigating the concrete jungles of urban life. Nature's therapeutic potential is available to you wherever you are. You just need to know how to tap into it. Incorporating grounding techniques into your routine. Creating a routine with grounding techniques can help you manage stress, anxiety, and overthinking more effectively. It can be as simple as dedicating a few minutes each day to these practices. Here's how you can integrate nature-based grounding techniques into your daily life. 1. Begin your day mindfully. Try to start your day with a grounding activity. This could be taking a few minutes to water your indoor plants, spending some time in your garden, or simply opening a window to let in fresh air and listen to the birds. 2. Incorporate nature into your commute. If you commute to work or school, try to incorporate some nature into your journey. This could involve walking or cycling through a park, taking a slightly longer route to pass by a body of water, or simply observing the trees and plants you pass along your route. 3. Schedule regular breaks. If you're working or studying, schedule regular short breaks to engage with nature. Step outside, take a walk, or simply gaze out a window at the natural world. Even a few minutes can be beneficial. 4. Create a green space. If you don't have easy access to natural spaces, try to create your own. This could involve setting up a small balcony garden, keeping indoor plants, or creating a mini herb garden on your windowsill. Engaging with these spaces can serve as a grounding activity. 5. Practice grounding exercises daily. Grounding exercises, such as the 5-4-3-2-1 technique, can be practiced anywhere, at any time. Make it a daily practice, perhaps as a way to transition between different parts of your day. 6. Set aside time for nature activities. Dedicate some time each week to spend in a natural setting. This could be visiting a local park, beach, or forest, or exploring a new hiking trail. Make this a non-negotiable appointment in your calendar. 7. Use technology mindfully. If you can't access nature easily, technology can help. There are many apps and websites offering virtual nature experiences, from forest sounds to virtual nature walks. 8. Practice mindful eating. Eating can also be a grounding experience, especially when you pay attention to the source of your food. You could try growing your own vegetables, visiting a farmer's market, or simply taking a moment to appreciate the role of nature in providing your meal. 9. Engage with wildlife. If you live in an urban area, visiting a local bird sanctuary, urban farm, or zoo can provide an opportunity to engage with wildlife, offering a grounding experience. 10. Bring nature indoors. Incorporate elements of nature into your indoor spaces. This could be as simple as collecting some seashells, pine cones, or stones during a nature walk, and displaying them at home. The aim is not to add more tasks to your to-do list, but to find ways to connect with the natural world in a manner that feels enjoyable and relaxing to you. Even a few moments of grounding each day can make a significant difference in managing overthinking and reducing stress and anxiety. Make these practices your own, adjust them to fit your lifestyle, and most importantly, be patient and compassionate with yourself as you cultivate these new habits. Chapter 16. Building Resilience. Techniques to handle future stressors. Resilience is the ability to withstand and adapt to stressful situations and adversities. It does not imply evading stress or living a life without challenges, but rather learning how to face them with strength, bounce back, and even grow through these experiences. Building resilience is akin to training a muscle. The more we exercise it, the stronger it becomes. It involves developing emotional intelligence, fostering optimism, nurturing self-care habits, and learning coping strategies to handle future stressors effectively. Let's dive deeper into these components and how they can be cultivated. 1. Emotional intelligence. This is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways. People with high emotional intelligence can recognize their emotional states and their impact on thoughts and actions, empathize with others, and manage conflict effectively. Exercise. Practice naming your emotions as they arise, and allow yourself to feel them fully without judgment. Try to understand their origins and what they might be signaling to you. This practice of emotional awareness and understanding can help mitigate overthinking and foster resilience. 2. Optimism. Optimism involves viewing challenges as temporary obstacles rather than permanent roadblocks, seeing difficult situations as specific rather than pervasive, and maintaining confidence in one's abilities. Exercise. Cultivate optimism by challenging negative thoughts, practicing gratitude, and visualizing successful outcomes. 3. Self-care. Prioritizing self-care helps build resilience by ensuring you have the physical and emotional energy to cope with life's challenges. This can involve adequate sleep, a healthy diet, regular exercise, leisure activities, and maintaining social connections. Exercise. Develop a daily self-care routine that caters to your physical, emotional, and social needs. This may include activities such as reading, meditating, spending time in nature, or catching up with friends. 4. Coping strategies. These are the techniques you employ to manage stressors. They may involve problem-focused coping, such as problem-solving or time management, and emotion-focused coping, like relaxation techniques or seeking emotional support. Exercise. Identify and practice coping strategies that work best for you. Keep a record of the techniques that helped you manage stress effectively and those that didn't. This record can serve as a personal toolbox you can reach into when faced with future stressors. 5. Building a support network. Resilient individuals often have robust support networks, including friends, family, and community resources that they can lean on during tough times. Exercise. Invest time in nurturing your relationships and expanding your support network. This might involve joining clubs, participating in community events, or reaching out to old friends. 6. Setting goals and making plans. Resilient people typically have a sense of direction, and they set realistic goals and make plans to achieve them. Exercise. Spend some time defining your personal goals and breaking them down into manageable steps. Celebrate your progress along the way, no matter how small. 7. Cultivating mindfulness. Mindfulness enhances resilience by promoting acceptance of the present moment, which can reduce anxiety and overthinking. Exercise. Develop a regular mindfulness practice, such as meditation or mindful walking. Building resilience is a process, and it's important to keep in mind that progress may not always be linear. You may have periods where you feel less resilient, and that's okay. The goal isn't to become immune to stress, but rather to develop the skills and habits that allow you to navigate challenges more effectively. In the following section, we'll explore these resilience-building techniques in more detail and provide practical exercises to help you develop your resilience muscle. Managing stress effectively involves both preparing for future stressors and dealing with current ones. Here are some practical techniques to help you handle stressors when they arise and to strengthen your resilience over time. 1. Utilize the stress bucket. Imagine you have a bucket that fills up with stress. You also have a tap to drain the stress out. The idea is to manage your stress levels by not letting your bucket overflow. This involves both minimizing the stressors you can control and increasing your coping mechanisms, the tap. Exercise. Identify your primary stressors and consider ways to minimize them. Then identify your coping mechanisms, such as exercise, meditation, or talking to a friend, and make a plan to use these more frequently. 2. Practice mindful breathing. Mindful breathing can provide immediate stress relief and help to manage overthinking. When stressors hit, taking a few moments to focus on your breath can help bring calm and clarity. Exercise. Practice mindful breathing daily so it becomes a natural response to stress. One simple technique is the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 7, and exhale for 8. 3. Lean on your support network. Don't hesitate to reach out to your support network when you're facing stressors. Sometimes merely talking about the problem can provide relief and help you see potential solutions. Exercise. Regularly connect with friends and family, even when you're not feeling stressed. Building strong, supportive relationships will provide a safety net when stressors hit. 4. Practice self-compassion. When faced with stressors, it's important to treat yourself with kindness and understanding rather than self-criticism. Exercise. Next time you face a stressor, observe your self-talk. Is it critical or compassionate? Try to reframe any negative self-talk into a kinder, more supportive voice. 5. Prioritize rest. Rest is essential for managing stress and building resilience. This includes regular sleep and periods of relaxation throughout your day. Exercise. Review your sleep routine and ensure you're getting enough quality sleep. Schedule short relaxation breaks during your day to rest and recharge. 6. Engage in regular physical activity. Exercise is a natural stress reliever that can help you manage stressors more effectively. Exercise. Try to incorporate regular physical activity into your routine. This could be walking, cycling, yoga, or any other form of exercise you enjoy. 7. Keep a stress diary. This can help you identify recurring stressors and your reactions to them, enabling you to develop more effective coping strategies over time. Exercise. At the end of each day, jot down any stressors you faced, your reactions to them, and how you managed them. Over time, you may begin to see patterns and identify more effective ways to manage stress. These techniques can help you handle future stressors more effectively. However, it's important to acknowledge that everyone is different. What works well for one person might not work as well for another. The key is to explore different techniques and find what works best for you. Chapter 17. Cultivating Mindful Relationships, Enhancing Social Support. Our relationships play a critical role in our mental well-being. From providing comfort in times of distress to celebrating joyous moments, our connections with others contribute significantly to our overall happiness and satisfaction in life. In particular, cultivating mindful relationships, relationships characterized by presence, empathy, and understanding, can enhance social support and serve as a buffer against stress and anxiety. Mindful relationships are about fostering deeper connections with the people in our lives, being fully present in our interactions, and practicing empathy and understanding. Such relationships can enrich our lives, promote feelings of belonging, and provide a support system for managing stress and overcoming challenges. Here are some ways to cultivate mindful relationships. 1. Be fully present. Mindfulness in relationships involves giving your full attention to the person you're interacting with. It's about actively listening, showing interest, and being responsive, rather than being preoccupied with your thoughts or distractions. Exercise. Practice active listening in your next conversation. This means fully focusing on the other person, not just waiting for your turn to speak. Reflect back what you heard them say to ensure you understood correctly and show that you're engaged. 2. Cultivate empathy. Empathy is about understanding and sharing the feelings of others. It's about putting yourself in their shoes and responding with compassion. Exercise. Next time someone shares a problem with you, rather than jumping to offer solutions, try to simply understand and validate their feelings. Say something like, "That sounds really difficult. I'm here for you." 3. Practice non-judgment. This involves accepting others as they are, without trying to change them. It's about acknowledging that everyone has their own path in life and struggles. Exercise. Notice if you have any judgmental thoughts in your interactions with others. If you do, remind yourself that you don't know their full story, and try to replace judgment with understanding. 4. Cultivate open communication. Open, honest communication is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships. This involves expressing your thoughts and feelings in a respectful and considerate way, as well as being open to feedback. Exercise. Practice expressing your feelings using I statements. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," say, "I feel unheard when I talk about my day and you seem distracted." 5. Practice gratitude. Expressing gratitude can strengthen relationships by promoting positive feelings and appreciation. Exercise. Take a moment each day to express gratitude for the people in your life. This could be through a message, a call, or simply a thought in your mind. 6. Nurture your relationships. Like a garden, relationships need regular care and attention to flourish. This might involve spending quality time together, providing emotional support, or doing small acts of kindness. Exercise. Schedule regular catch-ups with your friends and loved ones. Make sure to spend quality time where you can really connect and enjoy each other's company. 7. Set healthy boundaries. Healthy relationships involve a balance of give and take. It's important to set boundaries to protect your own well-being and to prevent resentment or burnout. Exercise. Consider your limits and communicate them to others in a respectful manner. This could involve saying no to a request, asking for space, or expressing your needs in a relationship. Cultivating mindful relationships, practical strategies. Fostering mindful relationships is an art that can be nurtured with intention and consistent practice. Here are a few practical strategies and exercises to help you cultivate such relationships in your life. 1. Practice active listening. One of the best ways to make others feel valued and understood is by listening actively. This involves more than just hearing their words. It means being present, showing genuine interest, and responding appropriately. When the other person is speaking, refrain from crafting your response in your mind. Instead, focus fully on what they're saying. Exercise. During your next conversation, make an effort to listen more than you speak. Reflect back what you've heard to show understanding and encourage further discussion. 2. Encourage open dialogue. Creating a safe space for open and honest communication is crucial in mindful relationships. Encourage open dialogue by sharing your own thoughts and feelings, asking open-ended questions, and valuing the other person's perspective, even if it differs from your own. Exercise. The next time you have a disagreement with someone, try expressing your feelings using I statements, such as, "I feel upset when," rather than blaming or criticizing the other person. 3. Show empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Show empathy by validating their emotions and expressing your understanding. Exercise. The next time someone shares their feelings or problems with you, respond with empathy. For example, you might say, "That sounds really tough. I'm sorry you're going through this." 4. Practice gratitude. Regularly expressing gratitude can foster positivity in your relationships. This can be as simple as thanking someone for their help or acknowledging something you appreciate about them. Exercise. Each day, take a moment to acknowledge or express gratitude for someone in your life. It could be a friend, a family member, a coworker, or even a kind stranger. 5. Set boundaries. Establishing and maintaining boundaries is key to ensuring mutual respect in relationships. Clear boundaries can help prevent resentment protect your mental well-being, and foster healthier interactions. Exercise. Reflect on your current relationships. Are there any boundaries you need to set or reinforce? Communicate these in a clear, respectful way. 6. Be present. Being present in your interactions is at the heart of mindful relationships. This means focusing your attention on the here and now, rather than being distracted or preoccupied with other thoughts. Exercise. Try practicing mindfulness in your next social interaction. Notice your thoughts and bring your attention back to the conversation whenever your mind wanders. Cultivating mindful relationships is a continual process. It requires patience, practice, and willingness to grow. But the rewards, stronger connections, improved communication, and enhanced well-being, are undoubtedly worth the effort. By integrating these strategies into your life, you will not only foster healthier relationships, but also strengthen your support system, enhancing your resilience to stress and anxiety. Chapter 18. Limiting Screen Time. Digital Detox for the Anxious Mind. In the digital age, our lives are often dominated by screens, be it smartphones, laptops, tablets, or televisions. While technology has undoubtedly made our lives easier and more interconnected, excessive screen time can have negative impacts on our mental well-being, contributing to stress and anxiety, disrupting sleep, and perpetuating the cycle of overthinking. Several studies indicate that prolonged screen time, especially on social media, can heighten feelings of anxiety, depression, and loneliness. It can also lead to decreased productivity and focus, disrupting our daily functioning. Thus, it becomes imperative to control our screen time and make conscious efforts toward a digital detox. With the increasing integration of digital devices into our lives, the amount of time we spend staring at screens has soared. Although these devices offer numerous benefits, from connecting us with loved ones to providing endless entertainment and information, excessive screen time can have several negative impacts on our mental and physical well-being. Here are several reasons why reducing screen time can be beneficial. 1. Reduces mental fatigue. Excessive screen time can lead to digital eye strain or computer vision syndrome, causing headaches, blurred vision, and dry eyes. Prolonged focusing on digital screens can also induce mental fatigue. Reducing screen time allows your brain to rest and recuperate. 2. Improves sleep. Numerous studies have shown that excessive screen time, especially before bed, can disrupt sleep patterns. The blue light emitted by screens can interfere with the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. Cutting down on screen time, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime, can improve sleep quality. 3. Enhances focus and productivity. Constant interruptions from notifications, messages, and alerts can fragment our attention and make it difficult to concentrate on a single task. By limiting screen time, you can reduce these interruptions and improve your ability to focus, boosting productivity. 4. Fosters real-life connections. Reducing screen time can provide more opportunities for face-to-face interactions, helping to foster deeper, more meaningful connections. This can also alleviate feelings of loneliness and isolation that can be amplified by excessive use of social media. 5. Reduces exposure to negative content. The internet and social media platforms can be a source of negativity and stress. They can also foster unrealistic comparisons, contributing to feelings of inadequacy and discontent. By reducing screen time, you can limit your exposure to such negative content, which can help to improve mental well-being. 6. Encourages physical activity. Excessive screen time often equates to increased sedentary behavior, which is associated with numerous health risks. By cutting down on screen time, you can create more opportunities to engage in physical activity, which is beneficial for both physical and mental health. 7. Reduces anxiety and depression. Research suggests a strong link between excessive screen time and increased symptoms of anxiety and depression. Limiting the time spent on digital devices can help to alleviate these symptoms. 8. Facilitates mindfulness. Reducing screen time can help to foster a more mindful and present lifestyle. Instead of being continually distracted by digital devices, you can engage more fully with the world around you. How to reduce screen time? Consider strategies such as setting boundaries for digital device use, creating tech-free zones at home, limiting social media use, turning off non-essential notifications, and engaging in digital-free activities. Each of these strategies can help promote a healthier balance between digital use and other aspects of life, contributing to improved mental and physical well-being. Reducing screen time is a key step toward breaking the cycle of overthinking and mitigating stress and anxiety. A digital detox involves consciously reducing the time spent on digital devices, especially when it's unnecessary or excessive. It doesn't mean completely shunning all digital devices, but rather creating a balanced relationship with technology. The aim is to make mindful choices about our digital use, aligning it more closely with our mental well-being and life goals. Here are some strategies to help you embark on a digital detox. 1. Set clear boundaries. Define definite time slots during which you'll use your digital devices and stick to them. This could be refraining from using devices during meals, 1 hour before bed, or during family time. 2. Designate tech-free zones. Create spaces in your home that are technology-free, such as the dining table or your bedroom. This can help you disconnect and focus on the present moment. 3. Prioritize in-person interactions. Whenever possible, choose face-to-face interactions over digital communication. This can enhance social connections and reduce reliance on digital devices. 4. Use technology mindfully. Be conscious of why you're using digital devices. Is it out of habit, boredom, or genuine need? Make an effort to use technology purposefully rather than mindlessly. 5. Limit social media use. Set limits on the time you spend on social media platforms, which can often be a source of anxiety and overthinking. Be selective about who you follow and the type of content you engage with. 6. Engage in digital-free activities. Find hobbies or activities that you enjoy and can engage in without digital devices. This could be reading, painting, gardening, hiking, or simply spending time in nature. 7. Turn off non-essential notifications. Constant notifications can lead to anxiety and continual distraction. Turn off non-essential notifications to reduce the urge to continually check your phone. 8. Practice mindful media consumption. Be mindful of the type of content you consume. Is it contributing to your anxiety or stress? Choose to engage with content that enhances your well-being. A digital detox is about creating a healthier relationship with technology, one that supports rather than hinders your mental well-being. By consciously limiting your screen time, you can create more space for presence, connection, and peace of mind, offering a potent antidote to overthinking, stress, and anxiety. Chapter 19. Seeking Professional Help. Psychotherapy and Medications. While self-help techniques can be enormously beneficial in managing overthinking, stress, and anxiety, there are times when professional intervention may be needed. This is particularly true if your symptoms are severe, persistent, or interfere with your daily functioning. If you've tried various strategies and still find yourself struggling, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness, but an act of strength and self-care. Professional help typically involves two main approaches: psychotherapy or talk therapy, and medications. Both have been scientifically proven to be effective in managing stress and anxiety. They can be used separately or in combination, depending on your specific needs and circumstances. Psychotherapy is a therapeutic interaction or treatment contracted between a trained professional and a client, patient, family, couple, or group. It aims to improve mental health, manage or mitigate troublesome behaviors, beliefs, compulsions, thoughts, or emotions, and to improve relationships and social skills. The most common type of psychotherapy for anxiety disorders is cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT involves identifying, understanding, and changing thought and behavior patterns. It helps you to challenge and alter your thought processes, thereby changing how you feel and behave. Other forms of psychotherapy, such as interpersonal therapy, IPT, dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, or acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, can also be effective. During the psychotherapy process, you'll work with a therapist in a structured way, attending a limited number of sessions. Your therapist will help you understand what's causing your anxiety and teach you new ways of thinking, behaving, and reacting to situations that trigger your symptoms. Medications can also be beneficial in managing anxiety and may be prescribed by a psychiatrist. Different types of medications are used to treat anxiety disorders, including antidepressants, such as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or SSRIs, anti-anxiety drugs, like benzodiazepines, and beta blockers. These medications work on the brain's neurotransmitters to reduce symptoms of anxiety. It's essential to be aware that medications are not a cure for anxiety disorders, but can help manage symptoms. They're often most effective when combined with psychotherapy. If you and your doctor decide medication is the right choice, it's crucial to take them as prescribed, discuss any side effects you experience, and never stop taking them without talking to your doctor first. Seeking professional help is an important step in your mental health journey. It's essential to realize that everyone's progress is unique, and what works for one person might not work for another. The key is to find what works best for you, always keeping in mind that seeking help is the first step towards recovery. Medications for stress, the pros and cons. Medication can be an effective part of a comprehensive treatment plan for managing chronic or severe stress. However, they are not a one-size-fits-all solution, and as with any medical treatment, come with potential benefits and drawbacks. Understanding these can help you make informed decisions about your health. Pros of medications for stress. Rapid symptom relief. Certain medications, such as benzodiazepines, can provide immediate relief from acute symptoms of stress, such as panic attacks or extreme anxiety. They can quickly help to reduce physical symptoms like heart palpitations, sweating, shaking, and other stress responses. Managing chronic stress. Antidepressants and other long-term medications can help manage chronic stress and anxiety, reducing the frequency and severity of symptoms over time. Facilitates therapy. By reducing severe symptoms of stress and anxiety, medication can make it easier for individuals to participate effectively in psychotherapy, where they can learn essential coping skills. Cons of medications for stress. Side effects. All medications carry the risk of side effects. These can range from mild, like dry mouth, drowsiness, or nausea, to more serious, like weight gain, sexual dysfunction, or increased risk of suicide. Some people may also have allergic reactions to certain medications. Dependency and withdrawal. Certain medications, particularly benzodiazepines, can lead to physical and psychological dependence if used for extended periods. Abruptly stopping medications can lead to withdrawal symptoms, which can be severe. Does not address underlying issues. Medications can help manage the symptoms of stress, but they don't address the underlying causes. Therefore, they're often most effective when used in conjunction with psychotherapy or other stress management techniques. Cost and access. The cost of medication and access to a healthcare provider for prescriptions can be prohibitive for some individuals. It's important to note that the decision to use medication should be made in consultation with a healthcare provider, who can consider your overall health status, the severity of your symptoms, your personal preferences, and other factors. The ultimate goal should always be to improve your quality of life. Open communication with your healthcare provider is key. If you decide to take medication, make sure to discuss potential side effects, the risk of dependency, and the plan for discontinuing the medication if that becomes appropriate. Ask about the expected timeline for improvement in symptoms and what to do if you don't notice any improvement. While medications can help manage symptoms of stress, they are often most effective when used as part of a comprehensive treatment plan, including psychotherapy and lifestyle modifications such as exercise, a healthy diet, and relaxation techniques. Taking a holistic approach to managing stress can help ensure the best outcomes. Chapter 20. Lifelong Strategies for Preventing Relapses. Overcoming chronic stress and anxiety is rarely a straightforward, linear process. It's common to have periods where symptoms lessen, only to experience a recurrence or relapse later. This can be triggered by various factors, such as significant life changes, increased work pressure, or personal losses. Recognizing this as a part of the process rather than a failure is the first step towards long-term resilience. In this chapter, we will discuss strategies that can help you prevent relapses and effectively cope when they do occur. 1. Regular practice of stress management techniques. The skills you've learned throughout this book aren't just for overcoming an episode of anxiety or stress. They're tools for life. Regularly practicing techniques like mindfulness, deep breathing, yoga, and progressive muscle relaxation can help keep your stress levels in check and prevent the buildup of tension and anxiety. 2. Consistent self-care. Self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. This includes taking care of your physical health through regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and adequate sleep. It also means setting boundaries, ensuring that you have time for rest and relaxation, and engaging in activities you enjoy. 3. Regular check-ins with yourself. One of the most effective ways to prevent relapses is to regularly check in with yourself. This involves being mindful of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations, and recognizing early signs of escalating stress or anxiety. Early detection can enable you to use your stress management techniques more effectively and prevent a full-blown relapse. 4. Maintenance of supportive relationships. Social support plays a vital role in maintaining mental health. Nurturing positive relationships, staying connected with loved ones, and reaching out when you need support can help you navigate stressful times. 5. Ongoing therapy or counseling. Even after your symptoms have improved, continuing to attend therapy or counseling sessions can provide ongoing support and help prevent relapses. Your therapist can help you consolidate your coping skills, address any new challenges, and provide a supportive space to express your feelings and concerns. 6. Mindful approach to life changes. Major life changes, even positive ones, can be stress-inducing. Approaching these transitions mindfully, ensuring you continue your self-care practices, and seeking additional support as needed can help you navigate them without triggering a relapse. 7. Regular physical activity. Regular exercise is not only beneficial for physical health, but also plays a vital role in maintaining mental well-being. Exercise produces endorphins, the body's natural mood lifters, and can help to maintain a stable mood and keep anxiety at bay. 8. Medication management, if applicable. If you're on medication for stress or anxiety, adhering to your medical plan is crucial. This involves taking your medication as prescribed, attending regular checkups, and consulting your doctor before making any changes to your medication. 9. Embracing setbacks as learning opportunities. Despite your best efforts, there may be times when you experience a recurrence of symptoms. Rather than viewing this as a failure, consider it an opportunity to learn. What can you do differently next time? What additional supports or resources do you need? Each setback can provide valuable insights to strengthen your coping strategies moving forward. Living a balanced, stress-managed life is a lifelong commitment, not a destination. It's about making ongoing, conscious choices that support your overall well-being. And you're not alone in this journey. Reach out to others, share your experiences, and take one day at a time. Every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to a life of less stress, less anxiety, and more joy. Facing a relapse. Strategies to get back on track. A relapse of stress or anxiety can feel disheartening, especially when you've been making progress. However, it's essential to remember that occasional setbacks are a part of the recovery process and not a sign of failure. Here are strategies to navigate through a relapse and regain your balance. 1. Normalize the experience. Relapses are common and a normal part of the recovery process. Don't chastise yourself or consider it a failure. Instead, rest assured that progress isn't linear and occasional bumps in the road are to be expected. 2. Recognize and accept what's happening. The first step toward managing a relapse is recognizing and accepting it. Denial or avoidance won't make the problem disappear. Instead, it may make the situation worse. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It's about acknowledging your current reality without judgment and deciding to take steps to improve your situation. 3. Use your coping skills. Go back to the tools and strategies you've learned throughout this book. Practice deep breathing, mindfulness, progressive muscle relaxation, or other techniques that have worked for you in the past. They're still effective, and reminding yourself of this can help you regain your footing. 4. Seek support. Reach out to your support network. This might be a trusted friend, family member, therapist, or support group. You don't have to go through this alone. Share your feelings, ask for help, or just spend time with people who make you feel good. 5. Review your self-care practices. During stressful times, self-care practices often take a back seat. If you're experiencing a relapse, it could be an indication that you need to prioritize self-care. Review your sleep, diet, physical activity, and relaxation time. Are you neglecting any areas? What can you do to improve? 6. Revisit your therapy lessons. If you've been in therapy, revisit some of the lessons you've learned. Reflect on the skills and insights you've gained and how you can apply them now. If you're not currently in therapy but have been in the past, it might be worthwhile to schedule a few sessions to help you navigate this challenging period. 7. Practice self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself. You're going through a difficult time, and it's okay not to be okay. Remind yourself of your strengths, the progress you've made, and the resilience you've shown in the past. 8. Plan ahead. Use this experience to plan for the future. What triggered the relapse? How can you avoid or better manage this trigger in the future? This is not about blaming yourself. It's about learning from the experience to better equip yourself for the future. Relapses can be daunting, but they also present an opportunity to grow stronger. By using these strategies, you can navigate through a relapse, learn valuable lessons, and come out on the other side more resilient and better equipped to handle future stressors. Chapter 21. Your Overthinking Free Life. Embracing the New Normal. You've made it to the final chapter. You've taken the time to learn, understand, and apply a variety of techniques and lifestyle changes to alleviate stress and anxiety. By now, you should have a toolbox of strategies at your disposal, ready to tackle any challenges that come your way. This chapter will address what living an overthinking-free life looks like and how to embrace this new normal. Living an overthinking-free life doesn't mean you will never experience stress, anxiety, or moments of overthinking again. Life, with its myriad of ups and downs, will undoubtedly present you with stressful situations. However, what differentiates your new normal from the past is how you manage these circumstances. Instead of getting caught in a whirlwind of worrisome thoughts, you'll now have the ability to step back, observe your thoughts non-judgmentally, and employ techniques to ease your mind. The strategies you've learned from mindfulness to progressive muscle relaxation, from yoga to cognitive restructuring, are all tools that you can use to calm your mind and ground yourself in reality, rather than getting lost in what-ifs. Living an overthinking-free life means embracing uncertainty and recognizing that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's about living more in the present, being engaged and mindful in your experiences. It's about savoring moments of joy and contentment and allowing them to fuel your resilience. In this new normal, you'll also have a healthier relationship with your thoughts. You'll see them for what they are: transient mental events rather than hard truths. You'll understand that you're not defined by your thoughts, and you'll have the ability to let go of unhelpful thinking patterns that fuel stress and anxiety. Living an overthinking-free life is about taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. It's about prioritizing self-care, regularly engaging in activities that nurture your well-being, and recognizing that it's okay and essential to take time out for rest and relaxation. Your relationships might also change in this new normal. You might find yourself more present and engaged in your interactions with others. Your ability to manage stress and anxiety can also affect how you relate to others, leading to deeper and more fulfilling relationships. Your overthinking-free life is also one of empowerment. Knowing that you have the ability to manage your stress and anxiety gives you a sense of control. You're not at the mercy of your thoughts. You have the tools and strategies to manage them effectively. Your work life could also see a shift. With lower levels of stress and anxiety, you'll likely find yourself more productive, engaged, and able to perform better. You'll also be more resilient, able to handle work stressors more effectively without them leading to chronic stress or anxiety. Finally, an overthinking-free life is one that is constantly evolving. Just as you have learned and grown throughout this book, your strategies and techniques for managing stress and anxiety will continue to evolve. What works for you now might need to be adjusted or changed in the future. That's okay. The key is to stay open, curious, and willing to learn and adapt. Embracing your new normal is about acknowledging and celebrating the progress you've made. It's about recognizing the strength and resilience you've shown in committing to this process. It's about moving forward with confidence, knowing that you have the tools and skills to manage stress and anxiety effectively. Living an overthinking-free life isn't about being perfect. It's about being better equipped to handle life's challenges and embracing a healthier, happier you. As you continue on your way towards an overthinking-free life, it's important to recall that progress is often slow and filled with ups and downs. This doesn't mean you're failing or regressing. It means you're human. A stress-free life isn't necessarily the goal, as some stress is natural and even beneficial. The true goal is developing resilience and tools to manage stress effectively. You will still have days when overthinking tries to take over. On those days, it's crucial to have patience with yourself and draw upon the techniques you've learned. You've equipped yourself with a wide array of strategies: mindfulness, journaling, cognitive restructuring, deep breathing, yoga, exercise, healthy diet, grounding in nature, self-compassion, and others. It's not about using all of them all the time. It's about finding what works best for you in different situations and remembering to utilize those tools when overthinking strikes. As you move forward, try to cultivate a sense of curiosity toward your own thoughts and emotions. See them as something to observe and learn from, rather than something to fear or avoid. This mindset can help you see stressful situations as opportunities for growth and learning, rather than just threats to your peace of mind. An overthinking-free life also involves taking care of your physical health. Keep prioritizing exercise and a healthy diet, not just for their anti-anxiety benefits, but because they're fundamental to overall well-being. Regular physical activity and a balanced, nutrient-dense diet can improve your mood, increase your energy levels, and enhance your resilience to stress. Listen to your body and respond to its needs. Self-care is a crucial part of maintaining mental health. Similarly, continue cultivating mindful relationships. Healthy social connections can act as a powerful buffer against stress and anxiety. Continue to communicate openly, be present during interactions, and cultivate empathy and understanding. Everyone you meet is also navigating their own challenges. Be patient, both with them and with yourself. Don't forget to continue limiting screen time and prioritizing sleep, both of which can have a significant impact on your anxiety levels. Creating a healthy balance with technology and ensuring adequate, quality rest will remain important as you maintain your new, less overthinking lifestyle. As time goes on, you may find that certain techniques become less effective, or new stressors may require different approaches. This is perfectly normal. Continue to learn and adapt. Seek professional help if needed. There's no shame in asking for help, and that doing so is a sign of strength, not weakness. And finally, celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Every moment you choose to apply a technique instead of succumbing to overthinking, every day you engage in self-care, every time you choose a healthy meal or get up to exercise, you're taking steps toward maintaining an overthinking-free life. These are victories and should be recognized as such. Embracing your new normal is about more than just the absence of overthinking. It's about actively shaping your life in a way that promotes resilience, peace, and well-being. It's about choosing every day to engage in habits and techniques that support your mental health. And while the path may not always be easy, it is undoubtedly worth it. Here's to your overthinking-free life. Embrace this new normal with openness, patience, and courage. The journey is just as important as the destination. You have done incredible work to reach this point. Celebrate that.